Hello, welcome to Gareth Jones on Speed. And no, you haven't missed anything. I'm at the Porsche Curves listening to the sound of the cars in the support race today, which is the Road to Le Mans. Lots of lovely V8s and V6 Le Mans sports prototypes, but they're not the big cars. They're yet to come, because in a couple of hours time the 2016 Le Mans 24 hours begins, and we'll be there for the whole race right here on Gareth Jones on Speed. Hello, welcome to Gareth Jones on Speed. This is the events leading up to the start of the magnificent race. At the moment, the time is, on my cheap watch, 1:30 p.m. The race starts at 3. We're walking from our campsite at the Porsche Curves to take up our position in a grandstand called Benoist. Is that how you say it, Zog?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, Benoist. The scale of this race is something to behold. The circuit is something like 13.7 kilometres long. It dwarfs Formula One circuits, so all the facilities around it are equally huge. The distances from some of the campsites, you do need to allow a certain amount of time to get to the circuit from where you're camping. Even though we're camping right alongside the Porsche Curves, if we wanted we could walk 10 feet from our tent, 20 feet maybe, and see the start. The best place to see the start, of course, is in the start-finish straight in the grandstand. Hey Stevie, you missed it last year.
Only by an hour.
Not that much.
No, we saw 23, it was fine. Yeah. The first one, but we weren't quite.
But the whole theatrical thing, the start of the race, is something to witness. So what I'm going to do is stop recording, and I will give you little time updates when we get to certain strategic points, and you'll see how long it'll take to get to our seats, but not in real time, in Gareth Jones on Speed time. 1:40, we got to the train stop for Pt3, which is coming past us but in the wrong direction as we speak. And as you know, Pt3 is a great way to get from the campsite. Here it comes, listen to it rumble. You know what that is, don't you? It's one of those trains that you find in holiday resorts running people up and down the coast. It looks a bit like a tractor with a load of trailers. Very funny. Unfortunately, they've moved the stop. They've changed position, so we've made the judgment, rather than jump on the train, jump off the train, just walk there, because we did it yesterday. So the boys know what to expect. I know what to expect, and you do. But that's a time check at 1:40. On the way, walking. Time check 1:45, still walking along the outside of the circuit from the Porsche Curves to the Ford chicane, the start-finish straight, track on our right. Walking alongside me, Mr. Paul Zog Ierson. Oh, I gave you your full title, that never happened, sorry. Zog and I were just talking about footwear, because, as you know, we came in a pickup, and Zog says that the pickup has no business outside of being on a farm or a builder's yard. However, to go with the whole redneck vibe, decided to wear a pair of cowboy boots. And you're staying with it because you're wearing cowboy boots for the race. You're walking to the race in cowboy boots.
I am, absolutely. I like a good pair of cowboy boots, so the only way I could really deal with the idea of being in that pickup for so long was to
engage with it. Engage.
Yeah, properly channel my inner cowboy. So, I've had the country music playlist. We listened to a lot of George Jones on the way down. Yeah. And my boots made in Austin, Texas for the race.
We were just talking about how functional they were for this purpose here, and I'm not sure cowboy boots are the best walking boots. You need something with a bit of padding, because you can be walking all day for a 24-hour race.
You see, I am not going to be walking all day for 24 hours. I'm spending a lot of time sitting down, watching a fantastic motor race. I intend to look good while I'm doing it.
Right, well, I put to you then, you may have not chosen the best footwear for this event.
Well, that's controversial.
Because my footwear, the more functional footwear, the proper walking boots, allows me, if I do need to walk somewhere, to do it without any pain or discomfort, and extends my abilities. Would you agree?
Yes, I would, absolutely. A good pair of cowboy boots, good and supportive, properly waterproof.
Yeah. I'm not knocking them completely.
Don't dismiss them too easily.
Hey, I was an alarm roadie for 5 years.
Yeah.
We wore cowboy boots. That's our thing. You look at all the pictures, we're all wearing cowboy boots, black ones.
Good.
So, I put to you, if you say that the pickup truck has no business outside of Builder's Yard or Texas, I say your cowboy boots have no business outside of being on horseback or riding a Harley Davidson, certainly not walking 10 miles a day. Only as a counter to your argument.
Well, fair enough. Well, aesthetics, cowboy boots look good.
Our pickup truck, which I don't know if I explained, has a Nissan engine, so that's the Le Mans connection this year. They raced here in LMP1, of course, and they're providing a bulk of the LMP2 V8s this year, so we'll be trying to follow LMP2. Oh, it's tricky choosing drivers, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. LMP2, I think I'd really like to see Chris Hoy get a good finish, so I'm backing him all the way in LMP2.
Always happy to see Sam Bird. He's in a G drive, I think, isn't he? Nicolas Lapierre, I'll be following in LMP2 because of his old A1 GP connections. What else in LMP2 interesting? The chap in the adapted car because he's lost most of his limbs.
Yeah, the SRT 41.
Yeah, it's technically an LMP2, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, they're not really competing with anybody for a class win or anything, but it'd be great to see them have a good race and prove that it's possible to adapt the design of these cars for a physically disabled driver who is otherwise perfectly able to compete.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to seeing that. Also look forward to seeing the build-up to the start of the race with various displays and stuff. And I will now give you our next time check. It is 1:50 or thereabouts, and we've arrived at the gate where I'll stop recording because I need to get me pass swiped, and I'll update you when we're getting closer. There is a small matter that we can't see Damien and Stevie behind us. If you see them, will you let them know we're looking for them? Time check, 6 minutes past 2. We're slightly delayed, not by any security checks or anything like that, but by meeting up with some Gareth Jones on Speed listeners. Dave Galpin turned up there, and his mate Martin arrived through the turnstiles at the precise moment we did. What are the chances of that happening? Actually, largely increased if you get people who follow the same thing going to the same events, if we're being mathematical about this. Stevie, weather update.
Foreboding.
It is, isn't it? There's a darkness in the cloud.
A little bit of drizzle, bit of wind getting up. The weather is closing in. Very exciting.
And we're closing into our position. We're walking underneath our Dunlop umbrella, appropriately for the Rebellion team, who we're now allied to. We're hoofing it up past the ACO's main building, and I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get there, certainly 20 minutes, but we will be sat down for the start of the race. Update soon. Helicopters and La Marseillaise, the French national anthem, which once again, as it always does, because I like an anthem, makes all the hair on my arms stand up. Time update, 12 minutes past 2. We're still walking along the stands trying to identify ours. We haven't been in it yet. We just passed stand 17, we think, and we're in stand 12, so not too far now. I know we will be there for the start of the race. And how about that? Just as I stopped recording and the anthem finished, we arrived at Escalier d'Eux, the second set of stairs. Let's find out. Let's see, you see, when we're in. And at 2:16 p.m. we are sat in our grandstand. We're in row B, so we're only the second tier, quite low, not high at the back, low at the front. Screen in front of us, and we are in the curves that lead up the hill to the Dunlop Bridge. To my left I see the Dunlop Bridge, to the right I can see the massed grandstands, and this is going to be great. Of course it is, it's Le Mans. one of those key moments where, you know, it's getting exciting because Zog claps his hands. You just did your signature move there.
Yeah, dribbling as well. Did you see that? He was dribbling. Clapped his hands and then started dribbling.
No, that was a giggle at just the wrong moment. It just, you know how it happens with, you know,
No, I don't.
We just saw them hold up the sign which says Gentlemen's Statue of Moteurs, and hopefully in a minute, if I continue recording, you will hear the cars as they rumble by. Always one of my favourite bits. Now, I'm using a new recorder this year, and I need to practice a little bit getting the audio levels right. So if I don't get it right on the first lap, forgive me, by the second lap I will have the levels right. There go the two Porsches, the two Audis. There's the Rebellions, those are our cars, the G-Drive LMP2s, the Ligiers, the Alpines, the Manor. Nice to see Manor racing. The Sigmatech cars. And the LMP2s still keep coming.
41.
And they still keep coming. And they release the GTs. Listen to this chorus of beautiful noises. Listen to the Ferraris sing and the Corvettes bark. Those are the Fords.
Go, boys.
Oh, those Fords look incredible. Look at that shot of the four of them together heading up towards the Dunlop Bridge. That is epic. 4 cars in the same paint scheme.
Yeah.
Porsche 911s, Corvettes, Aston,
So quiet.
911, Ferrari, Corvette. So there go the GT Pros, here come the GT Ams.
La procédure de départ,
And some more LMP2s. And a Corvette, of course, a Corvette. Always a Corvette.
Could you and I run a GT Am team?
Yeah.
If you get the money together, so you get the money, yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
What, are you thinking of entering next year now?
Well, you know, we were talking about reasons to come back next year. That's my new reason. Only if we've got a team. And we're running a Nimrod.
Cool. I like the way you think.
Well,
let's build out from that.
If they've got the right kind of support race, that's actually conceivable, just about.
Yeah. Next year.
Uh-oh. All the cars have gone by and the stands go quiet because they will now form the dummy grid and prepare for the great race to start. Anticipation is everything. Often the anticipation of something that you're going to do that is really good is better than the thing that you actually are anticipating. And so the build-up to the start of the 24 hours is crucial. At the moment, this sense of tension has been thrown into a degree of chaos because of the changeable weather conditions. It's just started raining. So the cars have been sent round on another lap so they can come into the pits and choose the tyres that they want to start the race on. We don't know if it's going to be raining at this part of the track for the start of the race. just another part of the circuit because it's so big. You can have 4 different weather systems over the one piece of track. So there's a certain amount of roll the dice and make your choice. Full wets, intermediates, slicks. I don't know what the ACO rules say, whether they declare it a wet race, you're not allowed to start on slicks. But let's find out what happens. Oh boy. In the few minutes before the start of the race, while they work out what tyres they're going to use, let's tell you who we're going to support during this race. We were talking about LMP2 earlier on, Son, weren't we?
Yeah, should we look at GTE?
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it?
It's very hard. Yeah, to be honest, LMP2 for me is a bit less interesting. I find the P1 and the GT races more interesting to follow than LMP2. And GTE this year, with the Fords coming back, that's very exciting. Yeah, and I've got to shout for one of those.
Yeah.
And the question is which one. There are 4 cars to choose from, but I think I rather fancy the Bourdais car. Seabass's
number 68. So it's Sebastian Bourdais, Joey Hand, and Dirk Muller.
Yeah, I like that international lineup in the Ford. Sebastian Bourdais, yeah, he's got Le Mans history, he's got F1 history, and so I think number 68, the number 68 Ford.
I'm going with the number 67 Ford GT with Marino Franchitti, who I know a little, Andy Priaulx, who has been racing in Le Mans long enough. He should get noticed, and people generally don't notice him. And Harry Tinknell, who's worked hard over many, many years. So the number 67 Ford GT, but if any Ford wins, I'll be happy.
I wouldn't mind one of the Astons winning. I wouldn't mind the number 50 Corvette taking it. But Aston Martin-wise, in GTM, the Beechdean sponsored Aston Martin V8 because I like ice cream.
That was your reason I was about to ask, yeah. It's a good reason.
And GT Pro, I don't know, it's tricky. Who am I going to go for? I think it's got to be Darren Turner in the 95.
Darren Turner, the 95 Aston Martin, yeah. Okay, who's also sharing with Marco Sorensen and Nicky Tim.
Yeah.
I think it's Tim, you pronounce his name. Tim.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all your choices now?
Yeah, that's it. What do you think?
Let me just have a look. I will tell you, flicking through these, I find it very difficult because there are reasons to support many of these guys. So working from the back of the grid, Matthias Lauda is in an Aston Martin in GT AM. Matthias is an old A1GP ally, so I'm watching that, the number 98 car. The Oak Racing Morgan Nissan, driven by Frederick Sausset. Everyone will be supporting that, just because of what a remarkable achievement and technological application that car represents, enabling people with missing limbs to race in this wonderful race. I don't have any others in GTM apart from the number 86 Golf Porsche, which Adam Carroll is driving. So I know you'll be watching that car.
Yeah, late edition. I have to add that to my list.
Yeah, we love Adam Carroll. He's never had the brakes.
It's a 911, so
yeah. Can I have a Ferrari as well, just to be on the safe side? I'm looking for one, not in AM, there's probably one in Pro. Christina Nielsen, one of the 2 lady drivers in the number 60 in the GTE Amateur. Formula Racing is the team at a Ferrari 458 Italia. I'll be watching her. And also, while we're talking about the ladies, I've missed out a car. I have missed out a car somehow. I'm looking. Fizzy's here, now racing for Ritzy Competizione as opposed to AF Cox. So Giancarlo Fisichella, Tony Belander, Matteo Malucelli in the number 82 Ritzy Competition Ferrari. I'm watching carefully. That's it for GTE. I know Stevie's going to pick a Corvette. Gianmaria Bruni I followed for a long time. He's here in the AF Cox number 51 Ferrari. I can't have everyone. There are many cars I'm just not bagging, even though I'd like to. In LMP2, my choice, I think you know, is going to be possibly the RGR Sport by Morand Ligier, because Bruno Senna's in it. We love Bruno. And Philippe Albuquerque, who's a driver like he should be from Liverpool. Nephew. Hen's nephew, yeah.
Wow.
And I've got to watch that, despite the fact that we have a relationship with Morand last year. There are so many cars worth mentioning. Lapierre, of course. Hey, that's it. Damien, Do you want to study that book for a minute and
I
tell me?
already have.
Okay, go on.
I'm Rebellion all the way.
Good lad.
And Garage 56
Yeah.
with the quadriplegic
Yeah.
race
Yeah.
driver.
Yeah.
Which sounds amazing. That's it, I think.
And what about the college? Because the Ukrainian connection for your family?
No. No, it's just Rebellion, I think.
Good lad. We are all united on supporting Rebellion. Of the two cars, I'm struggling because I met Alex Goy yesterday and he was fantastic. But he's not in the car I was going to back, which is the other Rebellion car. So I'm now backing both Rebellion cars.
So I'm going with 12 as my favourite Rebellion.
Your primary car. Stevie, Rebellion, Corvettes, nothing else. That's what he says. I like the simplicity of that. Gareth, go to speed!
After that, there is no more rain forecast. Tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. So hopefully the weather forecast is accurate for us, and after 5 o'clock we will have a dry race.
Hooray!
Well, that's interesting. An English announcement about the weather for the Brits, no doubt. While we wait now, because the time is 12 minutes to 3, it's been declared a wet race. It's going to start behind the safety car, so we will be slightly thwarted in hearing that joy of all the cars on the same bit of circuit being released and going at the same time. For the moment, that will happen. But in that time, I can tell you about the LMP1 cars, because I realised the conversation we had earlier on about who we're backing, Zog.
Yes.
We didn't actually record. That was just a conversation you and I had. We haven't told them on the programme.
Okay, very good. Well,
So, tell us about your cars. Porsche?
yes, Porsche, and sorry to be obvious, but the number one car, Mark Webber's car, alongside Brendan Hartley and Timo Bernhard. Love to see Webber win this race.
Yeah, he would enjoy that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
In that case,
I'd enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
I'm going to back the number 2 Porsche 919 Hybrid because
you're a
Neil
big-
Yarney's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mate Neil, who I say my mate, he's not my mate, I know him. He was very good with me. Neil Yarney, Romain Dumas, and Mark Lieb driving that car. So we got a Porsche each, but if either Porsche wins for you, that's you
I'm
anyway.
Absolutely, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
That said, I wouldn't mind it if a Toyota won.
Yeah. The thing is, you don't care. Whoever wins this race deserves to win it. That's the thing. In the Toyotas, have you picked the Toyota?
Yeah, Anthony Davis's car. I like him, and
it's also got
he hasn't won here yet, and it'd be great if Toyota, after all this time, could get a win at Le Mans, and I'd like to see Anthony Davis be the driver that does that for me.
I wouldn't mind if Kazuki Nakajima did it as well in the same car as him. The number 5 Toyota TSO 50. Oh, please. Oh, thank you, monsieur. I've just been told silence. That was lovely. Just a simple sign that says please silence. A tribute to some of the terrible terrorist acts that have occurred in France recently, and the French Air Force air display team in their Alpha jets painted the sky red, white and blue down the start-finish straight. That's what you heard going over. That was lovely, wasn't it? Lovely.
Beautiful.
Gentle. Very sweet. Sincere. So, back to the Toyotas. The number 5 Toyota TSO 50 Hybrid with Buemi, Davidson and Kazuki Nakajima. I love him. But not the number 6 car with Mike Conway, Kobayashi and Sarazan. Not this year anyway.
Well, I wouldn't mind, but I'd rather have the 5 car take the win. And of the Audis, we love Audi. It's certainly not against Audi that I haven't picked one of them to shout for. But of the 2 Audis, I'm picking the number 7 with 3 winners, Fassler, Lotterer and Trelliway. Really experienced senior driver lineup.
I wouldn't argue with that. They're the most, was it the Americans say, winningest drivers in a team in one car there. Each of the drivers have got 3 Le Mans wins. It's the number 7 RA team, which we're watching, casually supporting, and if they win it, it's Audi. Well done, it's Audi. But the number 8 car, Lucas Di Grassi, Loic Duval and Oliver Jarvis, or Olivier Jarvis if you want to name him in the French style. And the number 8 car we're not really following, but good luck to them. And we're not following the Bicolis car, are we?
Not particularly, no.
Because they're the only direct competition to Rebellion.
Yeah, of the non-factory P1 teams, we happen to prefer Rebellion, but fair play to Bicolis. Good luck to them in the race. Let's hope they come up safe.
Very egalitarian. But the two Rebellion cars, the number 12 and the number 13, we're supporting both of them because Nick Heidfeld, PK and Prost are in one, and in the other one, Alexander Imperatori, Dominic Kryhammer and Matteo Tuscia, the youngest man to start this race. He's only 19 years old. Youngest man to start this race today. I don't know if he holds the record for the youngest ever Le Mans entrant.
Yeah, I have a slight preference for the 12 car there, but let's hope that both those cars come home safe and in good positions.
The anticipation continues. We had a spinner a moment ago. One of the Ferraris spun on the S's up to the Dunlop Bridge. Didn't manage to go off. The crowd went, ooh. And that's when they declared it a wet race. So a 5-minute call, I hear them say now. Well, that's going to be enough to do a long, slow lap. Everybody stood up. The Audi pace car leads the field away. Here they go. Medical car follows that array of something like 60 cars starting this race this year, and I have to say I like the sound of the Fords now that I've heard them all together. They make a good noise, raspier than I thought they might be. But now we have a slightly long wait. There's the full car field and 3 helicopters with cameras in and satellite links or microwave links follow the field around the circuit. Everybody sits down. Umbrellas remain up. I'm not sure it is actually raining at the moment. There may be...
No, it
is raining here. Oh, out on the circuit you can see the cars weaving through the first lap in the rain. Good luck, those guys. Yeah, I don't think they're going to get released when they come round the first time. Is that Brad Pitt?
It was Brad Pitt.
Why is Brad Pitt there? Do you know?
He's keeping Jackie Chan company.
Why is Jackie Chan there?
Keeping Brad Pitt company. I don't know. Maybe they happen to be here. I don't know. I hope they're both Le Mans fans.
And we had a shot on the TV of some massive international celebrities in those two. Attending the start of the race was Jean Todt, who didn't do a very good job of managing the calendar this year, did he, Jean Todt? He should have said no. You either have Le Mans and Canada, 2 races in the same day that everyone can enjoy. You certainly don't have 2 races in Europe on the same day.
Yeah, not the best bit of FIA scheduling, is it?
No. And if you want to know whose side we're on, as much as we love F1, look, we're here at Le Mans. That's what we choose to do. Helicopter overhead suggests that the cars should be within reach of where we are right now. It's sort of hold your breath time, really, as they creep round in the rain, working out just how much grip they've got, and are they going to get released this time round. I'll listen on my headphones and see what the commentary's saying. The clock has actually started ticking. This has been counted as lap 1. We're watching on the TV, we can see the cars going down a notch, I think, at the moment, and the yellow flag's been waved, so they're not allowed to overtake under these sort of conditions at the moment. I can actually see rain still falling now. Just hearing in the commentary that my Ford GT, the number 67 car, has failed to start up, and it came in after a tyre change, and now they've got it started, and here it comes. So here is my Ford GT. We can hear it. Listen to this. Hold on, that's the safety car.
They're not at the Porsche curves yet. That's still public road. So
Yeah.
that'll be the bit of public road before the Porsche curves, I think. Unless they're just coming up to Indianapolis.
We can see the cars going through the Porsche curves at the moment. The Bicolis car is sitting in the pit. It'll have to wait until the entire field has passed the start-finish straight before they can release the Bicolis car. On the TV screens at the moment, lots of umbrellas. The sun is starting to shine though, it's starting to break through. You can see it reflecting off the surface of the Circuit de la Salle. Headlights on through the spray. The cars are not going to get released this lap. Our wait continues. Some good news and some bad news. It is now 26 minutes since the start of the race, and the bad news is that the Rebellion number 12 car has come into the pit and is having some work done on the gearbox or transmission at the rear, which is disappointing for us because we care about that team. And also Mark Chitty Chittenden, who took us into the garage yesterday. We just saw him on screen, so we feel his pain. The good news, however, is that it's believed, I'm trying to listen to the commentary at the same time as do this, it's believed that as the cars come down the start-finish straight on this occasion, they will be released. But because it's not a race start in the traditional sense, the cars won't be in 2x2 formation, they'll be in single file, but will be released, we hope, when they appear at the end of the start-finish straight, which I'm looking to my right now. I can see the massive Le Mans stand. Got half an eye on the screen, trying to work out where the cars are and how long it is before they turn up at the bottom here. Stand by.
Did you say the bad news with the Rebellion team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happened?
Number 12 car in the garage. They've got the bodywork off at the back, doing something with the gearbox.
Which car is that? Which one?
That's the PK Prost and Heifeld car.
The main car.
Yeah.
Oh, what a shame. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right. So
But
it's not over yet, is it? We're only just getting started, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's just water in the airbox. Doesn't sound like it's too serious. I hope they'll be going again soon.
Is that what they said? Water in the airbox?
Water in the air. That's what French television reported.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Well done, see? Here comes, what's this, the medical car? Safety car.
So are we still under safety car?
We are at the moment, but we're thinking they may get released for this lap here. We're holding our breath.
And that means they'll pull in on the straight.
Yeah. They'll all come in single file, one behind the other, rather than 2x2x2. They'll be released to race.
All right.
Yeah, so
It's going to go a bit mental about here.
Exactly.
They won't stop. They'll carry on rolling. Yeah.
There's going to be some heavy acceleration going on right under this.
Look, I've never noticed that before. See the Michelin man, whose name means eat all, experience everything, Bibendum.
Oh, yeah.
Bibendum.
His name is Babenda.
His name is Bibendum, yeah, we call him the Michelin man, but he's called Bibendum, yeah. Bibendum is holding up a tower in front of the main stand there with a timing screen I've never seen before. Sort of a digi screen showing number 4 is the number 5 Toyota, 2.45 seconds behind the leading car. Massive display and very conveniently placed for us guys in this stand. It's good, isn't it? But where are the cars? I can see a helicopter hovering over the other side of the Ferris wheel by the Ford curves, and he starts to tend towards us, suggesting the cars are getting closer. Watch the helicopters. It's like watching seagulls chasing a trawler, isn't it? The helicopters tell you where the cars are. At the moment, the TV screens are just showing a commercial, so we don't know what's happening out there. What does the commentary say? Does the commentary say they're racing? Are they going to release the car? We just don't know. Gareth Jones on speed! And after half an hour's running, here comes the field again, but they're still behind the safety car. God, when they do let them go, this place is going to erupt.
car is coming in on this lap, and the race will, well, it has already started, but it will finally really get underway.
Allez, attention, le départ.
Well, I don't know if you heard that, but it has been announced that the safety car is coming in, and ultimately, finally, after 52 minutes of running, the cars will be allowed to race and overtake. Once again, everybody stands up. We're looking at them. They're down at the Ford chicane at the moment, I think. Yep. I'm going to prepare for a lot of noise through this microphone. Here we go, listen to this. We're about to cross the line. Safety cars in, they're running. The number 2 Porsche leads, followed by the number 1, then the 2 Toyotas, then the 2 terrifying Audis, the Rebellion, the G-Drive, the Sigmatech Alpine, oh, the Manacar pushes out one of the Sigmatech Alpines and then almost loses it going into the Dunlop Bridge as they all gather themselves up in very slippy but raceable conditions. Alas! That raspy sound was the number 67 Ford GT, my Ford GT. It really makes a good noise, as does the entire field. Right, we're racing, hooray!
Ce qui va se passer de ce... Voilà, on va arriver.
2 hours running, it's now just after 7 o'clock, and it's been a good couple of hours racing. There's been quite a bit of changing place in the first 3 positions. At the moment, the number 1 Porsche leads with a Toyota in second place. The Toyota seems to have shown a real turn of speed, which is going to stand them in good stead if they have any technical problems. If you've got the speed, you can overcome the time that you spend in the pits. Sog, he's got headphones on. Sog, you must be very happy. Porsche leading with the Toyota in number 2, not an Audi.
Well, it's been a terrific little scrap in this recent stage of the race between the 3 factory P1 teams. They've been running very close. Lead's been changing. Porsche have got it right now, but
we've got a long way to go.
Yeah, got a long way to go, and it could change a bunch of times before the end of the race.
Only another 20
hour, maybe. Who knows? It's
only another 22 hours. Combination of those 2 sounds, the pumping beat and people talking at a very high level, and the distant sound of cars on a circuit, means that I've left the circuit side for the moment and come over to one of the many bars in the village at Le Mans where you can hang out, have a drink, have something to eat. But I've come to the Guinness pub to talk to 2 people who I find it hard to separate on occasions. Sog's here, as is Alex Goy from the Car Faction, and if you've ever seen these 2 standing next to each other, you'll ask which one is which. Alex.
Hello.
Welcome back.
It's a pleasure to be back. I'm almost as drunk as I was the last time.
It's the time of the day. The race is established. We've all relaxed because they're up there. We can have a drink.
The beer train has left the station. And it's not going to stop for a while.
How was your journey over? When did you get here? How did you get here?
I got here yesterday. I cheated. I took the train.
Sacrilege.
I know.
I did it last year.
Yeah. I took the train because I'm going to be somewhere very early Monday. I really can't be doing with getting home at 3 in the morning and wanting to claw my eyes out. But yeah, the journey was quick. It was easy. It was really lovely. Got here quite late. Sat and watched an inter-circuit for a while. Woke up this morning. Felt horrible because while I was watching an inter-circuit, of course, I was binge drinking.
That's not like you.
No, I never do that. No, I'm a good boy.
What are you doing? Are you shooting for Carfaction?
Yes, well, I'm sort of am, but basically I've been an awful human being and I've made work for everyone else apart from me.
Smart.
Yes, we have a crew of people in Aston Martin's pit garage. We're making a film on what it's like to work at and be part of the greatest endurance race on earth.
Which is this one?
Which is this one?
Yeah.
It is most certainly this one.
And it's turning out to be a proper race as well, because we've had Porsche and Toyota swapping the lead,
Yep.
and Audi not dominating in the way that they have done historically.
Well, Toyota doing well is kind of new to me.
Yeah.
Last year, I think we were all going, yes, Porsche, win, please win, please win. Don't let Audi do it. Everyone beat Audi. And this year, I think Toyota's quietly confident.
Well, they've got a debugged, re-engineered car with a different energy storage system. They've got a very flexible car that worked in wet conditions earlier on. You know, they've built a very good machine. Is it reliable enough? We don't know. Sock and I were talking earlier on about how Audi build a car which not only is quick and reliable, but you can fix it very easily when stuff goes wrong.
Yeah.
That could still be their advantage, couldn't it?
Well, no. The thing is, this year, the new car is clearly not as easy to fix as the previous generation of Audis, because when they spent all that time working on the front suspension at Silverstone, that car is not as easy to fix as it used to be. If they have problems, they're likely to spend more time working to fix those problems, so that they may not have that, time in the pits advantage anymore. So maybe it's Toyota and Porsche this year.
Well,
I mean, as it stands right now, I think, owing to my unreliable app thing, Porsche is in the lead, and I'm doing a little bit of a happy dance inside because it's Webber and Hartley, and it's a big pile of German yes.
It's the wrong Porsche for me. Migliani's my Porsche car. Love Mark Webber. Thought Brendan Hartley was a good young lad. I'm very, very happy, but it's not my Porsche. So, and neither is it my Toyota leading. Neither is it my Ford leading. So I'm enjoying Le Mans, but not as much as I could.
Tell you what, Fords. Now, because of what we're doing, I should be, Aston Martin, but oh my God, please let a Ford win.
Oh,
Please.
yeah.
Please. They look amazing. They sound disgusting.
Don't they?
They're the right balance.
Dirty.
The Corvettes have this almost offensive, guttural growl to them. Whereas Fords, it's a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and they're not as screamy as the Ferraris, which I still hate.
I know you've said that before, haven't you?
So much.
Oh, I'd like to see a spectral analysis of the sound that the Corvettes make and the sound that the Ford GTs make. I think the Corvettes are going to have nice bottom end, lower frequencies, low mid.
The Corvette is about 2 octaves lower than the Ferrari.
Yeah. But the Fords don't quite occupy as many of the lower frequencies as the Corvette, and there's a hard, metallic.
The Corvette, you hear it a little bit before it gets to you, and then you hear it a long time after it's gone.
Yeah.
Whereas the Ford, you hear it halfway, and then you see it, and then halfway, and it's gone.
So, if Ford are running the EcoBoost, it's a terrible name, engine.
The EcoBoost V6 race car engine,
Yeah.
Eco my arse.
Yeah, exactly. But they're running a car which can sound so strident with a turbocharger. Why can't F1 cars sound better than they do? I won't ask for the answer.
That's a question for somebody who knows more and has drunk less beer.
Then we'll leave it to them and we'll drink more beer.
Yay, beer!
And they say it's only It's only the Welsh who sing spontaneously. No, the French will sing the anthem when they're drunk in the Guinness bar.
I've seen that documentary, Casablanca.
French national anthem, drunk in the Guinness.
Welcome to Europe.
Yes, that's right. Welcome to Europe.
Europe.
Let us unite, brothers and sisters.
Oh no, let's. As motorsport fans, we have to stay in Europe.
Let's all just get drunk and watch cars go round in wobbly circles. And be happy.
That's the future for Europe, I hope. I sincerely do. A couple of mates are here. I call them mates, are people I've known through Gareth Jones on Speed, Dave Galpin.
Hi mate, how you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Good, you are.
How are you enjoying it?
It's awesome. It's great this year. Really awesome.
Are you backing drivers or teams or cars?
Porsche, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think? You still don't know?
Well, Webber. Webber Hartley.
There's a lot of love for,
There is,
for him. Yeah.
especially Mark Webber after the Red Bull debacle.
Yeah.
He was treated really badly there, I think.
And he didn't get to win it last year here when
No, he
Holt
didn't.
won. I was happy Holt won, but Webber winning, I wouldn't have been sad about that.
Yeah, I'd like to see Webber win it, I think. Definitely.
You brought your mate Martin with
Yes,
you.
Martin's first time at Le Mans.
How's it going?
It's going very, very well. Really enjoying it.
I wish you could see the smile on Martin's face. The tone of your voice does not belie the smile on your face at the
It's
moment.
been very good so far. Great weather apart from the start.
Yeah, it was frustrating that we didn't get the full-on
I know.
race start. That was disappointing. But, that's okay. We've still, looking at the clock at 8:05 in the evening, we've still got another, how many hours? Too many hours. 5 hours we've been racing now. Well, 2 hours really.
19 left.
4 hours. Yeah.
Whole new day's racing.
Yeah. You have a history with endurance racing though, as a young man, a very young man.
Yeah, certainly did. My dad used to take me to Silverstone. I used to watch the Gulf McLaren, the Honda, the Marcos, TVRs back in the day. I think they just bought out the crazy purple thing. I can't even remember what it's called now.
The
giant
Griffith,
Cerberus.
the Cerberus Sagaris.
Speed 12, Speed 12.
That one, the Speed 12, I remember. Did they?
Yeah,
I didn't
only
know
one.
that.
Only one, yeah.
You see, on-speed listeners are very knowledgeable.
Do burner! Oi, you guys stop! Do burner! You do burner! Nah, do burner!
You better explain why.
Do burner! Hold on, I'll film you. Love you.
You and me. This is Damien, who you know. We
do
walk.
burner!
I'm doing the Damien and I walked back from the Antares station back to the campsite last night after the driver's break, and you witnessed the Brits, the Danes and the Dutch trying to get people to do burnouts.
It was probably my favourite thing that's happened at Le Mans. It was just a bunch of Brexit mothers, like hanging out on the road, stopping cars and getting them to pull their windows down, and then shouting at them, "Do burner!"
Yep, that's pretty much what happened. Damien has just met up with two guys who are from the city of Le Mans.
Yes.
What's your name?
William in English.
And you are?
Malo.
Malo. So, growing up in Le Mans, a city with a heritage in motorsport, was that something you chose to be interested in, or you couldn't get away from it?
If you're from Le Mans, you cannot get away from it. Like, it's part of the spirit of the place, like having a pint, going to the circuit or the race track. It's so good, everyone goes there. If you're from Le Mans, you have to come.
You have to come.
There is 2 weeks in the year. You can't miss this week and Christmas week. But this one
also the bike, 24 hours.
So this is almost like a religious festival. It's right.
religious, breaking religious.
Mecca.
Yesterday night, Le Mans was more international than Paris.
Yes, it's very true. And let's keep it that way,
It's awesome. It's really awesome.
But it's mostly French and British though.
There's a lot of Germans though.
Okay.
A lot of Germans.
Danes.
Netherlands as well.
Yeah. They have the best time. The Dutch have the best time. I'm very grateful to the people of Le Mans for the reception we get when we turn up here.
And we are really grateful for the people from England because the spirit in the ambiance, spirit is so beautiful, so good. And yesterday I come back from Paris just for the night with
Good man. Oh,
We could
great.
not live in Le Mans anymore because like we work in Paris.
But you have to come home for
Come
this.
for this week.
Well, do you know what? The way that people bring their cars to Le Mans, if you own a car, a mark that raced at Le Mans, you bring it back, and it's like you guys, you're like salmon who swim upstream to the spawning ground where they were born.
We can
You
say
have
that.
to come back.
I don't feel like a salmon, but we can say that.
I've said this for many years, that if there was a race in Britain where 60,000 French people came over and took over the town with another 200,000 people from other parts of the world, I don't think there is a town in Britain that would do it as well and welcome us in the way that you do. Merci pour l'entente cordiale.
Pas de problème, merci
Bravo.
beaucoup.
It's a pleasure to have
Yeah.
Enchanté, Damien.
Okay, nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet our European cousins and
And
brothers.
we hope that
Don't
you
get
have a
off
good
Europe.
time. We
No,
hope that you have a
no,
good time.
we won't. I will do everything I can to stop everyone I know voting the other way. Yeah.
Please.
Oh God, yes! Why would you want to leave? Why? This family that we built. Why? Why?
We don't want a visa to go to UK. That
Yeah.
is so good.
Banda. Hello, monsieur. Ça va?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Je suis Gareth. What's your name?
It's Pierre.
Pierre. Comment ça va, Pierre?
I'm alright.
Are you from Le Mans as well?
Yeah, born and raised.
Love the Le Mans boys. So,
Yes.
no more Pescarolo though. It's a Le Mans team. You know, Pescarolo were based in Le Mans.
Yeah.
They're not running anymore.
It's two man.
Onroke are here now, aren't they? Onroke, who run some of the teams. They're your local team.
Even Alpine or
Alpine, of course. They're going to take Alpine, of course.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a pleasure. They have a Chinese pilot, I think, but that's why Jackie Chan is here.
Jackie Chan, Jason Statham, Brad Pitt.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is.
But why are they here? Because it's the best motor race in the world. True. 9 p.m, 6 hours running, and we've left the bar. We went via the gig, and as you know, they have a stage here. There's a DJ playing tonight. I'm sure there's a band playing later. But the DJ was playing Prince just as we came over the Dunlop Bridge, which is kind of appropriate because Damien, who's with us, used to work for Prince, has edited some video material for him over the years. New Prince, so that was very poignant. Damien's already having a very good time, you can probably tell, and he was very happy when we came down the bridge. Well, I'm happy now because we're standing at Pt3, one of my favourite places to be during the race. I thought you might want to hear some sounds of cars and perhaps a little French commentary, so I'll hush up and you enjoy the atmosphere. Wow, you caught a moment there. One of the Toyotas trying to get past one of the Ferrari. I think the Ritzy Competizione Ferrari got squeezed out and wiggled, and it all could have gone very wrong. That was a bit of a twitch right across the whole crowd. They are lovely sounds, aren't they? I could just sit here all day and let you listen to them.
Gareth Jones on speed.
traditional end to an episode of Speed from Le Mans is using the sound of the cars start finish straight at night. And I think that's where we do have to end it for now, because I've just about lost my voice with all the singing and shouting. I should explain that earlier on I met a lad sitting up at Pt3 who had a Welsh flag draped over his lap. So I turned around to him and I said, "Where are you from?" Expecting him to say, "Oh, Bridgend or Brill, somewhere in my home country." And he said, "I'm from Le Mans." I said, "Well, why are you wearing a Welsh flag then?" And he said to me, in perfect Welsh, in a beautiful French accent, "Rwy'n dysgu siarad Cymraeg. I am learning to speak Welsh." He's a big rugby fan, loves the Welsh rugby team. And when they play the Welsh national anthem, My Hen Lad and Hadai, he wanted to learn the words. And he proved to me that he learned them and he sang them at the top of his voice. I joined in, which is why I've lost my voice, really. But that's wonderful, because he does what I like to do, learn the anthems of other nations in their language. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Before my voice gives up. Zog and Gaza and Stevie are over by the fence recording pictures. And I will wish you good night. And I'm quite happy because at the moment, the number 2 Porsche is leading the race at 12:30. If you like, half an hour into Sunday morning. Neil Jarney's car leading this epic race. And he didn't get to show his mettle last year. Let's see if he can win it this time round, and we'll find out in the morning. But for now, night people. I'll leave you with a bit more of the atmosphere. Start and finish straight at the Circuit de la Salle.
To send us an email, see pictures, get song lyrics, join our Facebook fan site, follow us on Twitter, or to find out about sponsorship opportunities, go to garethjones.tv. Gareth Jones on Speed is made in London by Whiz Bang.
Gareth Jones on